Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here today. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. Today I'm here to bring you a wig review in partnership with Emma Hairpiece. I'm going to show you a curly human hair wig. I actually have two. I'm so excited because I know my curly girl wig sisters are struggling to find curly human hair pieces. And Emma Hairpiece has come through. So if you want to know more about these pieces, or about Emma Hairpiece, which is a budget-friendly human hair seller, then stick around and I will tell you everything that I know. Alright everyone, I do timestamp everything in the description. So if you are here to only see certain things and you don't want any of the backstory, please go down to the description and you can click on the timestamps to go where you'd like to go. I would like to tell you, though, a little bit of history on how I got this piece. Now, I have reviewed for Emma Hairpiece in the past. I have 2 other reviews out there, and I've told you the story of Emma Hairpiece in those reviews, so I'm not going to go through that story. If you want to know more about this retailer, I will link those reviews, and you can learn more about them there. But I love the last wig I got from them so much. I wear it all the time. I have a number of videos on YouTube where I've been reviewing other products and I've been wearing their wig. So it is a fantastic wig and the quality is amazing. They're known as being more budget friendly because their price point is about half or more lower than your typical higher quality human hair seller. So it's really a way to get human hair at a fraction of the price if you're struggling with affording them. They're still more expensive than synthetic though. But anyway, so I reached out to them and I asked them if they could make a curly piece because I want to help out my curly girl wig sisters who are looking for curly human hair and it's hard to find. And I'm constantly on the lookout for the things I hear you guys say that you want. Well, after some trial and error, this is what they came up with. They created this based on my request. I'm so grateful to them for doing that. Let me show this one to you from all sides. Now, I have shared this wig on Instagram a few times already because I've been wearing it because I didn't want to review it until I wore it and saw how it holds up. And I've heard from so many of you saying, oh my gosh, that's my hair exactly before I started losing it. That makes me so happy because I think we should have something for everyone out there. And I think my curly girl wig sisters are the ones who struggle the most often. And so thank you, Emma Hairpiece, for creating this piece. I think people are going to be really happy. And also, I am going to be mentioning a giveaway at the end because they sent me this more layered piece, which I'll put on and show you. And we're going to be giving this away. I don't have all the details yet, so I'm not announcing it in this video, but I want you to know the giveaway is coming soon so you can keep your eye out for it. All right, let me start telling you about this piece. So we've got a lace front and a mono top, and I can show you what that looks like on this piece. Now, I cut the lace off of this one, and so I have a video where I already posted that video on, I think on Instagram, showing how to cut the lace. So I'll tack that on the end of this video in case you're not on Instagram and you didn't see it. So you will have to cut the lace, but here is, it's a full mono top. So you can part this anywhere that you want on the top. It is totally flexible. We've got some minimalist ear tabs, not significant, with a metal stay. We have a bit of an extended nape and then hook adjusters. The rest of it is closed wefted. These caps are really comfortable and actually I think they mimic synthetic wig caps really, really well. So if you're new to human hair and maybe you're coming from the synthetic wig world and so cap construction can be a real challenge, I really find these to fit a lot like the major name brand synthetics. Very, very comfortable and definitely with some styling flexibility. That said, I am having some struggles with this piece and I don't know if it's just my piece or if there's something different with this lace, but I am having trouble. I cannot get it to lay flat ever since I cut it. And now since I've cut it the first time, I've actually cut it more to try to see if there was anything I could do to get it to lay flat. So it wasn't as short as it is now. So just, I know somebody out there is going to go, well, you cut it too short. Well, I didn't in the beginning. But anyway, it doesn't want to lay flat. It just wants to kind of pucker up right there no matter what I do. Now, If I adhere it, I've been using Ebin spray. I have a review showing how to adhere wigs with Ebin spray. It's sort of like a got-to-be spray, got-to-be glued hairspray in a different brand. And that works great, and then I can get it to lay flat. But if I want it to lay flat, I have to adhere it. Now, it doesn't really matter that much typically because of the way that the waves are and because this lace is so transparent and the piece I have is fairly light, you can't tell that the lace is not flat in the front at all. The only time that really matters is if I want to pull it up or if I want to do a lot of tucking, then you can kind of maybe see it a little bit. So I can wear this without adhering the front. It just doesn't lay flat. Hopefully that makes sense. And honestly, it just may be my piece. It may be how I cut the lace. The other piece I have from them, do I have it here? I actually don't have the one I wear all the time, but I have the blonde one. They had sent me two, and I reviewed them both. And so the lace on this one it feels real similar, and it lays perfectly flat. I don't have any issues. So it just might be this piece. I just want to, I feel like I have to tell you, I want you to know everything. It's definitely workable, but if you don't ever want to adhere your wigs, I don't know if you'll have that issue or not. That aside, it's a great lace front. It looks really good. I mean, when this is adhered, it's undetectable. And then we've got that full mono top so you can part it anywhere you want. But because of the nature of the hair and the kind of the curls and the fullness, you really can't see down to that monofilament. So I think it's kind of a moot point, although it does give you a lot of, it looks really natural and lays really natural on the top. And I've never been a curly girl, although my brother and sister were major curly. I just didn't get that blessing. And I've heard from a lot of my curly girls that most curly haired people you can't really see down to their scalp anyway, so I don't really think that matters. Now, I have worn this wig 5 times for many hours each time. I really wanted to see how it would wear, and it's been wearing beautifully. I have washed it as well, and it washed beautifully. Last night, knowing I was going to do this review today, I sprayed it down with water. And then I took this right here. Let me get out of the way so it'll focus. Bumble and Bumble Heat Protector. It's their Invisible Oil Primer. I just recently purchased this on the recommendation of a wig sister. So I sprayed this all over. I got it wet. I didn't soak it because I didn't want the cap to get wet. I wanted it to dry for overnight without needing to intervene. And then I scrunched it. This is how it dried. Now, I didn't take any heat to it. I only scrunched it initially. I didn't give it a lot of TLC. So I think if you wanted to give it TLC, if you wanted to use curl-specific product, if you wanted to use a diffuser, maybe the curly girl method, I do think you could get this curlier than I did. That is air dried. This one is also air dried. I didn't do nearly as much to this one, and I haven't worn this one because it's going to be a giveaway. I haven't even cut the lace on it. But that was how this has been air dried after freshly washing, and I didn't really put a lot of product in it either. So just give you a sense of the curl pattern. Now, when I was wearing this one, I was playing with it a lot. I was combing through it. I brushed through it a few times. So I also think you can get this to be more of a relaxed, soft wave versus what you see here. This also, I actually sprayed a lot of that primer in here, and I can kind of feel it. I probably sprayed a little bit too much. So just know, I think there's going to be a lot of flexibility with this piece, with the curl pattern. I think you can get it curlier. I think you can get it straighter. You can absolutely straighten it fully. You can put big barrel curls in it. It's human hair. You can style it however you want. But I think for the majority of you looking at this, you're wanting to know how it air dries, and that is what we see here. Let's talk about fit. So I think this cap is running a little bit small. It's definitely an average cap, but I don't have any extra cap up here. Let me just look and see. I don't think I have it cinched in. Yeah, I don't have it cinched in at all. Let me take my wig grip off. And it fits me snug. It's not loose on me. And over the top, I have such petite, so I'm average 22-inch circumference, but I'm very petite over the top of my head, and this is fitting me kind of like a glove, maybe even a little small. The ear tabs are really in a good spot on me, but I don't feel like I have any extra room on this at all. So what I want you to do is I want you to look at my measurements in the description, and I want you to compare them to yours. They do say on their website that this will fit 21.5 to 22. I'm really hesitant to say that it will fit a 22.5. I'm sorry, did I say 21? Their website says it will fit 21.5 to 22.5. I'm not sure. And I think if you're much bigger than me over the top of your head, you're going to struggle. Now, they are a wonderful company to work with, and I have directed Wig Sisters in the past to reach out to them and ask if they could accommodate something that they were looking for, a different size, and they've worked with them. So if you don't think this is going to fit you, if your measurements are bigger than mine anywhere, then I would reach out to them about getting it in a bigger cap. I'm sure that they'll work with you. They've worked with others in the past, so just don't. Often in the wig wearing journey, we think what we see is what we get, and we lose hope. But every now and then a retailer comes along that does customs, and that will give us the opportunity to make requests. And Emma Hairpiece is doing that. So please reach out to them if you don't think this will fit you. I'd sure hate for you to miss out just because of the cap size. Let's talk about density. This is a full piece. It definitely has a good amount of hair. I would not consider this low density. I do think it's fuller sort of from all the curls down here. It's not very full up here. I don't find a lot of hair up here. I think it's mainly kind of from mid down that it's really heavy density, and it gives you a lot of volume. I actually found when I first washed it that I felt almost like it was a little bit too low density up here. But since then, since I've been playing with it, I think it's fine. I thought maybe I could see the wefts a little bit in the very beginning, but I think it was just because of how it air dried, and you know, I hadn't run my fingers through it or anything. So I think, I'm telling you this because I think it's a lot lighter density up here and it's a lot heavier down here. So between the curl pattern and the amount of hair, it's big hair. I mean, it feels like big hair. I think it probably looks like it's got a lot of hair. So if you're looking for something really low density with a curl pattern, I don't think this is really it, but let me switch it for you. Yeah, I really think I put too much product in that one. This one's feeling a little bit more flowy. And this doesn't have any product in it at all. But, so this is the one that they sent me that had a lot of layers. Really short layers on the top. Almost, in my opinion, like it's a real disparity. Like this needs to be a little bit shorter. But the reason I'm mentioning this is because I think if this piece feels like too much for you, I think just getting it shortened, layered up a little bit, thinned a little bit will make a huge difference. Let's take a look at this one. So on their website, they've got two different listings, one for the longer piece and one for the shorter piece. If you are unsure about this one, I would message them first. I think because of how short this is, I think you can cut this up a little bit, and that would be super cute if you wanted it to not be such a huge difference between the short layers and the long layers. But if you're not sure if you would like something this short, I would almost rather refer you to the longer piece and then have you take it somewhere and get it customized for you, because that is a little bit, it's obviously easier to cut a wig. You can't grow the hair back, but this is really sassy, really cute. I also really love this curl pattern. They both had the same curl pattern. Keep in mind, I've not even worn this one. All I did was wash it and air dry it. I've worn this one a lot, and probably what I should have done was wash it last night instead of spraying all that product on it. I think you can still get a sense though, especially since you can see this one. And there's that lace. It's such good transparent lace. I think it just looks beautiful and really natural. Now, another challenge I think that I personally have with Emma hairpiece is with colors. You know, they really don't have any descriptions of the colors at their website, and I think it can be hard to know what to purchase. All I can do is refer you to, you know, send them an email through their website. You can also message them if you're on Instagram. They are really great to respond to direct messages on Instagram and just talk through some of the colors. This does have multiple color choices. The color that I have is called 8R. I have no idea how they code those. I mean, in my wig mind, an 8 is a medium dark brown. That's not this at all. So I really don't know how they classify the colors. But this one is it's a kind of a light brown with some like light auburn, maybe a little bit of strawberry. It's definitely on the more kind of really light auburn, light brown, dark blonde. It definitely has some visible highlights. It's not super highlighted, but it definitely comes across as having some blonde highlights. And it is not rooted. There is no root on this. For me personally, I'm going to need to get this rooted. And so I'm in the process of trying to figure out who I'm going to send this one to have them root it for me. But for my wig sisters who don't want any rooting, there is no rooting on this. This is the only color I've seen. I can't tell you anything about the other colors. So I want to refer you to them if you are really struggling in color, you don't have a lot of flexibility with your color. All right, I threw the other one on so that you can see it here at the end and I can give you my bottom line opinion. I think the hair quality is great. I have no concerns about the hair quality at all. You know, the buckling of the lace, it can be managed and fixed, so it's definitely not a deal breaker. And again, it might not happen to yours. It doesn't happen at all to my other two Emma hairpiece wigs. So I don't know what to tell you about that. I just want you to know. It's tuckable. I tuck it all the time, but it definitely is a lot of hair. And unless I tuck it or style it, it really does kind of hang forward. But you know, because it's human hair, you can deal with that. You can, if I took a hair dryer and tried to get lift in the front and direct away from my face, that would help a ton. You know, thinning it out around the face would also help a ton. Keep in mind, human hair wigs, it is incredibly rare to get a human hair wig that is perfect for you out of the box. Most human hair wigs need some customization, some more than others, and it's all subjective. But I don't expect a human hair wig to be perfect for me out of the box. This one is nearly perfect, but there are some tweaks that I'd like to do to it. I will bring you guys updates as I make modifications and share with you my journey because I know that helps. But for now, if you're looking for a human hair wig that has curl and you think this curl pattern might work for you, then I encourage you to check out Emma Hairpiece. Again, they're linked in the description. I have a coupon code and they have a great return policy. So if you get it and it's not what you thought, you can send it back to them and it's no problem at all. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope for those of you looking for curly pieces, this is something that you were hoping to find. Please let me know what you think and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. All right, everyone, we're outside with this color 8R. Again, don't judge these color codes that they use by the colors you're familiar with because they're not really matching up to those. Just take a look at this. I think this will really give you a good sense of this color. It's a light brown with some sort of strawberry tones to it. Light auburn, light strawberry. No rooting. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I hope this helped.
Calling all my curly girls, I have a new wig to show you guys. This is from Emma Hairpiece. It is a human hair wig. I reached out to them a few months ago and asked if they could do a curly or wavy piece because I have so many curly girl wig sisters who are looking for wavy and curly human hair. You guys, they did it. Here I am cutting the lace. So I'm going to wear this one a bit before I review it. I want to know how it wears. How do the curls hold up? I've already washed it and it washed up beautifully. So if you want to know more about this piece or its shorter sister, which I also have, then you should stay tuned because I'll be reviewing both of these pieces. And guys, The shorter piece will be a giveaway, so you really want to stay tuned.